There were some black farmers that bought seeds for the upcoming season because they needed to plant their crops. Well, they found out that something was wrong with the seeds they purchased from the Stine Seed Company, that they hardly got any harvest, and they took their seeds and tested them with a university, and the university came back and let them know that they were sold fake seeds. Let's roll the clip.
A plot to ruin black farmers? That's one of the main allegations in a federal lawsuit filed against the Stine Seed Company. This group of farmers say Stine and their distributors, who they met at a Memphis convention last year, pulled a bait and switch and sold them fake soybean seeds.
These farmers then started to notice that their soybean crops were not developing at the rate that was commensurate to what these certified seeds should have produced.
Thomas Burrell is one of the defendants and president of an association representing black farmers. He says he had the soybean seeds tested at Mississippi State. He says the test confirmed their suspicions.
They planted 100 of those seeds and 0 of those seeds germinated.
But he says it's not just a matter of financial fraud.
These seeds now have become weaponized, and they are becoming now what is called, what we refer to as a blunt instrument that is being used to annihilate, eradicate, and wipe out the remaining few black farmers.
While farming has declined for decades, the number of black farmers has dropped dramatically from nearly 1 million in the 1920s to around 30,000 today, according to the USDA. Thomas Burrell blames discrimination from banks, distributors, and now big corporations like Stine. State Representative G.A. Hardaway says he'll see what the state can do.
We'll be looking at how the state of Tennessee can protect the interests of those citizens.
But the bigger question for these farmers, how will their case fare in federal court?
Before we start with the commentary, I want to reach out to our viewers and supporters to help us reach our crowdfunding goal. We have about 30 days now before we travel to Ethiopia, and myself and the team are going to go out there and not only cover the Ashinda Festival, but show you exactly the country itself, show you the home, show you it's not mud huts. If you want to buy property, nightlife, we're going to show you everything that we can that the mainstream media will not show you, because they do not want to encourage you to go to any African nation, but we need your help to continue to help make that goal happen. Make sure you go to the pinned comment. We have the link there. And if you guys can help us reach that goal, we'll be greatly appreciated. Now, this doesn't surprise me at all. It don't. I'm not surprised. I'm not shocked at anything that a lot of these people are doing toward us. You have to understand something. Their whole history has been stealing from everyone, not just one group of people, stealing labor, stealing land, tricking people out of their things, taking their inventions from them, which they did a lot of that to black people because they couldn't get patents on their inventions. And then in the books, they say they invented it, that sort of thing. How they got to everywhere they got to is through stealing and murder and rape and pillaging. So when you see things like this happen, doesn't surprise me. Now, even Jesus, they say they love him, even though they created a white Jesus, which is a false idol. But we talking about the real Jesus, said that if you kill, steal, and destroy, you are a devil. And it's just that simple. And this is why when we see this stuff, we call them devils, because that's what Jesus would call them in the scriptures. And they say they love Jesus, right? And they said that he's the Lord, and what he says is what we need to follow in our lives. So, hey, stealing is devilment. Now, they said that they didn't do it, but how is it that a university came back and showed that you sold them fake seeds? So one thing that I like that they stated is that Mother Nature does not discriminate. It rains on everybody. The sun come up on everybody. Harvest grow or it don't grow. It's not discriminatory. You sold them fake seeds. Don't lie. Pay them men their money in that lawsuit. Just that simple. They need to settle out of court if it'd be best for them, because you got the proof right there that you were sold fake seeds. These people got nerve to be mad and talking about a motion to dismiss. Dismiss what? They bought it from your company. They spent what, $100,000 of their money to you, and you gave them fake seeds, and you want them to go away. See, black people, we always need to fight them in court and have lawyers and ready to go. We try to get the money out of them that's owed to us. That's every last one of them. It don't matter if it's one of these police shootings. They may not convict them in a criminal case, but you go after them civilly. You keep coming after them. You don't let it go, because that's what they used to black people doing anything they want to do to us, and we back off and don't say anything. And we say, oh, well, we just got to forgive them. Forgive nothing. Get your money. That's how black people have to be. You're quick to get money everywhere else. Get it out of them, especially when you treat it wrong. Those men deserve every dime. They deserve damages. They deserve it all. And they did all this to steal their land. Think about it. What bothers me is they had 1 million black farmers they recorded back in the 1920s, and now you got 30,000. Where did all the black farmers go? Do you know that growing your own food is a way to sustain yourself and is part of nation building? How is it we got 30,000 farmers and we got 40+ million blacks in this country? Black people need to start getting with those brothers and sisters that still farm, or even you got to travel to the continent and learn from them, because they do a lot of farming in the continent as well. We need to have those skills. Everything can't be through a smartphone, because you depended on these people to feed you. That's why they're doing all the stuff they're doing to your food. We need to grow our own food where it can be healthy. We know what we putting in our own food. And if those brothers and sisters, maybe if they know where they can get a better deal from somebody, don't deal with these folks over here. Because obviously, like they said, and I read in the article, they're looking at the white farmers, they getting 100 bushels or more out of the same seeds. But the black one's only getting 6 or 7 bushels. Come on now. I mean, they said that they're trying to sabotage blacks. And this is why in my book, and when it comes out, I have a whole section about how they sabotage black people in every era of our life. They don't let us just pull ourselves up by our bootstraps. They want to sabotage our brothers and sisters constantly. They don't want you to do for yourself. I don't care what they tell you about do for yourself and stop being on the government. No, they try to sabotage you because they know if you're left alone, you quickly get above them. And they know this. But we live in an age of exposure. We live in an information age. And I'm glad what's happening is being exposed before the world, this injustice and what's happening. We live in an age of exposure, and everything these people are doing is coming out, and I'm glad. And that's why I have no problem reporting this, because these people for a long time are doing this dirt, stealing black people's land, sabotaging black people's hard work. And now it's coming out to the forefront. And this is why we must always protect ourselves, dot our I's, cross our T's, especially when we're dealing with them in any kind of business, because they're jealous. They don't want us to have anything. They only want them to have something. Always understand that and believe that, brothers and sisters. But leave me a comment, let me know what you think about this particular story. This is sickening to the core, but it's not to be surprising at all. They've been this way ever since they came here.